It's 2025 and it's time for me to set up a new bullet journal for the year. So let's get started. I'm using the Leuchtturm, but any notebook will do for creating your bullet journal. For now, I want to show you how I set up my 2025 bullet journal, and hopefully you'll get some inspiration for some new spreads you'll want to try in your own bullet journal. The only thing you actually need for bullet journaling is a notebook and a pen. Anything else is just a cherry on top, so to speak. But some markers and some washi tape can come in handy when you're creating the different spreads within your journal. The first thing I'm going to do in my new bullet journal is to set up a yearly roadmap. This is just for fun, and it's a combination of vision board and yearly overview. This way I can see the big goals and projects I want to accomplish for the year. I get bored and overwhelmed super easily, and this is a way to Jedi mind trick myself into looking at the big picture once in a while. This is a fun spread to create if you want to track your year or plan for a year ahead and see the year at a glance in a fun way. I start by drawing 12 different circles representing the 12 months of the year, and I'll fill them up with the months, and then I'm going to create a path, and I want this to look fun and creative, so that's why I'm doing it like this. And now I can use this yearly roadmap to either track what has happened or plan for the year to come. I like to have my main projects visible at a glance, so I'll create a spread dedicated to my main projects. I also love the mind map structure as it allows for creativity to flow and my mind to relax a bit. I divide my projects for the year in 4 different categories: work projects, art and creativity, cottage and off-grid, and YouTube. The brainstorming session helps me to see what is realistic for me to get done during the year. And on the next page, I'm doing an Alastair method table where I'm going to list the 4 different categories that I set up in the mind map. This allows me to add tasks and activities related to the different items on the map. By doing this Alastair method, I can easily see which task belongs to which category. Next up is a 90 days planner, which is a quarterly planner similar to the 2025 projects planner. I start by doing a mind map here as well, and I use the same categories that I used in the project planner. But this time I'm going to list only the things that I have to do the first quarter. This way I assure that I won't burn out, since my brain has the tendency to want to do everything all at once. A 90 days planner focuses on what is at hand, and you can sort of forget about the things you don't need to think about right now. And I'm doing an Alastair table here as well. But this time I'm listing January through March, so I can easily track which task goes in which month. Now it's time for the monthly planner, and I'm going to try out a new layout. The line in the middle is going to divide the page into 2 columns. In the left column, I'll write down plans, meetings, and appointments. And in the right column, I will write down projects that take more than 1 day, but doesn't have to be accomplished a certain day. This is good for longer projects that have deadlines, so I can easily track where I am in the workflow. I'll mark meetings and appointments in red, and I'll mark out the holidays and the days off with the green. I have the luxury to have tasks that don't always have to be accomplished a certain day. This can be projects with a deadline, for example. I'm going to mark them in the right column so I can easily see the time frame within which I'm going to accomplish those tasks. So here I will mark down where I'm going to start crocheting, for example, YouTube videos and a crochet project that I'm going to do during the first 3 months of the year. I'm also going to add a Dutch door to my monthly spread. And this time I'm going to try something new, which is the Kakebo savings tracker, which is a Japanese budgeting technique. And I have never tried this before, so this can be something new and exciting for me to do. With the Kakebo system, you can set up savings goals for every month, and it helps you track your spendings in a smart way. So the system works like this. Every month you track your daily spending and you calculate how much you can spend every day. The system uses 4 different categories for spending: wants, needs, culture, and unexpected. And every month you also track your income, the money in, and you can mark this in green, and the money out, which you can mark in red. This is like bills and recurring expenses. And then you set up a savings goal, and what you end up with is what you have left to spend. To calculate the weekly spend, you divide what you have left by the numbers of the weeks of the month, and to calculate the daily spend, you divide the weekly amount by 7. I will try this out and see if it will work for me. And on the other side of the Dutch door, I will create a tracker where I can track my purchases to see if I can spot any patterns within my spending habits. I'll write down the date, the purchase, and the 4 different categories where I can track what I'm going to spend every month. And this page I will dedicate to my spiritual practice, so I will leave that for now, but it will include some tarot and some astrology, which I'm interested in. The weekly spread is set up almost like the monthly spread with 2 columns. I'll start by creating 2 columns with 7 parts, 1 for each day. But this time I'm going to use the right column to track what actually happened to help me track my time estimation. I tend to overestimate what I can accomplish in one day. So hopefully this tracker system will help me get a better time estimate. I'm doing an Alastair table here as well, where I'm going to have 1 column for every day, and I can easily track the tasks that come up during the week and assign them to a specific day. This way I can see at a glance what I have to get done that specific day. Lastly, we have arrived to the daily log, the heart of the bullet journal. Here I will track anything that comes up during the day. It can be tasks, notes, quotes, or anything that I need to jot down quickly to not forget. When you record events like this, you can easily go back and see where things happened if you want it for future reference. I use the classic bullet journal key to track the workflow in the daily log. If you're interested in knowing more about the bullet journal key, I have videos explaining how that works, and I will list them in the description below. And finally we come to the index page, which has been waiting for us up till now. Every time you start a new spread in your bullet journal, you can write it down in the index page so that you can easily navigate in your journal. Just jot down the page number and the content of the page, and you can easily find what you're looking for. The Leuchtturm comes with 2 bookmarks, and I'm using one of the bookmarks for the monthly spread and the other for the daily log. As a bonus tip, I will also show you 2 tricks that you can do with the washi tape. Of course, you can use it for decorative purposes, but here we're going to use it for efficiency and navigation. I'll go with the black one for monthly spreads. And I'm just going to tape it onto the edge like this. And I'll make sure I have a small tab sticking out. This way I can easily navigate to the monthly page. And I will do the same thing with the gray tape for the weekly spread, which I can imagine I will use frequently as well. This is a great way to use washi tape to help you navigate through your bullet journal. If you found this video helpful, please click the like button for me and consider subscribing if you want more tips on planning and productivity for creative people. That's all I had for you today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.